Welcome back to Miles for Money, everybody. Today we're out here on Memorial Day. We're gonna see how busy it is. We're getting started here. It is 9:35 in the morning. We're gonna do some DoorDash, some Uber Eats, and some Grubhub, and see what we can make on a Memorial Day. See if it's gonna be busy. Holidays typically are a little bit busy, so we will see. I did just get my first order. I logged on about 2 minutes ago and I got an order at McDonald's. It's a small order. It's only $5. It goes 2.4 miles, so it's just over $2 a mile. So I'm gonna head to McDonald's and pick this up and get our morning kick started. So follow along. All right, first order is done. $5, no extra tip, but a nice quick little order to get us started this morning. Did have to wait for about 4 or 5 minutes in McDonald's, but not extremely long, just a little bit of a wait. So got it dropped off, got $5. We're headed back to the town center area now. See what else we could pick up. It's supposed to be extremely hot today. It's supposed to get to like 93, feel like temperatures like 103 or whatever. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with weather-wise. Possibility for rain. Kind of hope it rains because it cools off when it rains and there's less traffic. People tend to stay at home when it rains. So on our way back to the town center, see if we can pick up another order. All right, got my second order. Had to wait for about 10-15 minutes in between orders. Seems pretty slow this morning. But I got an order at Dunkin'. It said $5.15 to go 1.8 miles. I know where it's going. It's going to a little apartment complex right here behind the shopping center. But the way the map on DoorDash has it going, it says 1.8 miles, but it's really not 1.8 miles because I'm not going to do the full circle like it has me going. I'm just going to sit right at the stoplight and go right back across the street. So it's probably all reality under a mile total. So $5.15 should be a pretty quick one. Dunkin' doesn't look very busy, so normally they have a line wrapped all the way around the building and it looks like only 2 cars in the driveway. So looks like overall a pretty slow start to Memorial Day. All right, got the order from Dunkin'. Only took about 2 minutes. I said it was pretty quick. It was just one item, a tea. Kind of odd, a tea from Dunkin', but hey, if you like Dunkin's tea, you like Dunkin's tea, I guess. So one item. Again, I picked it up and it says it's 0.9 miles in my GPS. So literally right back across the street. So total was right around a mile because it was about 1/10 of a mile from where we were to get to Dunkin'. So on our way now to go drop it off. It is at an apartment complex on the 2nd floor. So, but that's okay. Quick $5. All right, got that one dropped off. It was $5.15, no additional tip. And as I am leaving the apartment complex, I did get another order. It's Pizza Hut. Now it pays $4.75 to go 1.8 miles. It's literally a really short one. I'm gonna cut through the parking lot here to get to Pizza Hut, so it's really not even gonna be 1.8 miles. So we're gonna go pick up Pizza Hut and then it's a quick little hop to go deliver. Now I took it because it's a cash on delivery order. So I'm hoping that it's gonna be more than $4.75, obviously, because typically, or about $5 is kind of my minimum. But I did take it with the hopes that it's gonna be a little bit more with a cash, maybe a cash tip. So we'll see what happens. All right, so the DoorDash amount for that order was $4.75, cash on delivery, and then it got a $4.31 tip of extra cash. So ended up being like $9.06 to take that. And the drop off was literally 0.7 miles from the pickup. So not a bad little order. It is 10:35 now. So we've been on just about an hour, and we've made like 19 bucks, a little over 19. So not too bad to start off. on a Memorial Day. It's been pretty slow, not a lot of orders coming in, so we'll take $19 and change in 55 minutes, whatever it's been. All right, just got another order. Literally pulled into the parking lot to sit and wait, and one popped up. We're going to Panera. It's $6.95 to go 2.7 miles. Now, right as soon as I accepted this one, I did get one from Uber Eats that was paying like $8.20 to go 3.5 miles. So but they're going to different neighborhoods. I'm not able to double up, so I wasn't able to accept the Uber Eats one at this time. We're just gonna go knock out this Panera, even though it's $1 less to go about just under a mile less, but we'll just stick with it so we don't have to unassign. All right, so no extra tip on that one. $6.95 just dropped off. When I picked up a Panera, I thought it might be an extra tip because it was a pretty large order. It was a family feast and a kids meal. Now don't get me wrong, $6.95 for like 2.5 miles isn't bad, but sometimes you see the like family feasts or large orders, and sometimes that translates into a pretty decent large size tip, but not in this case. But anyhow, drop that one off. So we are now up to $26 and I think $26.16 with the cash tip that we got from the pizza order. It is 10:50 in the morning, so haven't even made it into the lunch rush yet. So doing all right. Typically this would be a kind of a slow time on a Monday, so yeah, we're doing okay for being on just barely over an hour. So back to the town center area we go to see if we can't pick up another order. All right, we got our next order, $5.25. It's going 2 miles, right at 2 miles. It's a pretty quick one into an okay neighborhood, so picking up right here at Chick-fil-A. So yeah, I'm gonna head in here and pick this up. Hopefully it'll be ready when I get in here. Chick-fil-A is pretty slow right now, so not a long line, so hopefully it'll be ready. All right, no extra tip on that one, but a quick $5.25 either way. It's 11:11 a.m. now, and we are heading back about 1.5 miles to get back to the town center area where all the restaurants are. So not the busiest day for a holiday, but it's busier than a normal Monday for sure. Nothing really high paying yet. I think our biggest order was the pizza one where it was over $9 total, but probably tonight might be a lot busier, maybe some double orders, so we'll see. All right, so it's 11:33. I've been sitting for about 15 minutes or so waiting on an order. I've declined a couple of not good orders to take. So to give you an idea, I'm gonna throw up on the screen, show some ideas of what kind of orders I decline. I try to get everything as close to $2 a mile as possible, and I mean, if it's $1.50 plus a mile and it's going to a good neighborhood, stuff like that, or if it's slow, I'll take those. But general rule of thumb, anything under $5 is when you consider your time, your wear and tear on your vehicle and everything else, even if it's going like a half of a mile, by the time you put your time into it, you're not going to make a very good hourly rate if you're accepting long mileage orders for low tips, stuff like that. So keep that in mind whenever you're door dashing. You got to get paid for your time, for your mileage. So all right, we got another order, $6.65, 2.7 miles. So $6.65 to 2.7 Dunkin' Donuts. So the last Dunkin' order that I did was pretty quick. So we'll see if this one's the same way. Hopefully they'll have it ready by the time I cross the street and get over there. All right, another drop off, $6.65. No extra tip on that one, but another order down. Nice and short, didn't take too long, just had to wait a minute or two at Dunkin', and then the drop off was only a couple of miles, so pretty quick order overall. Head back to the town center area, see if we can't get some double orders or something. It's 11:57, so starting up the lunch rush. See how busy a lunch rush is on a Memorial Day. All right, we got another order going to Whataburger to pick up $8.15, 3.6 miles, over the $2 a mile mark. It is 12:05 right now, so right at the beginning of the lunch rush. I got the order as soon as I pulled in the parking lot over here from the last order, so pretty quick. I denied one order and then accepted this one, so on our way to Whataburger to pick up. All right, so I dropped that one off. It was the $8.15, no extra tip, but literally while I was dropping it off and taking the picture, Uber Eats came up $12.22, kind of an odd even number, but $12.22. Now it's going 7 miles, 7.0 miles, but 2.4 miles of that is me going back to the town center anyway, so I was gonna head back there anyway to try to get an order. So it's slightly under the $2 an offer at when I was offered it, but had I got the order when I drove back to town center, it would have been over the $2 a mile. So, and it pays pretty good. It's going to one of my favorite neighborhoods, so maybe there'll be an additional tip. It's picking up at Fancy Sushi, so a sushi restaurant, and it is 12:17 p.m. so in the heart of the lunch rush. So yeah, we'll see what we can get. All right, got that order dropped off, so we'll see if it has an additional tip. Uber Eats gives them, you know, the hour to adjust the tip or add a tip or whatever to it. I didn't pay attention to see if it said guaranteed when I accepted it because I was in the middle of a drop off. So we'll see what happens with it. Like I said, the offer was $12.22, so starting to sprinkle a little bit. Maybe people go home and get off the roads. Traffic won't be busy. Maybe they'll go home and order food, and maybe DoorDash will get busier. So yeah, so we'll see what happens with $12.22 on that order. Just now pulling back over to town center area, see if we can pick up another order. It's 12:45 now, so kind of in the middle of lunch rush, but today's been kind of weird being a holiday. The lunch rush isn't as busy as a typical lunch rush has been on a Monday for like that hour and a half window, but the slower times this morning seem to be a little bit busier, so we'll see what happens the rest of this afternoon. All right, so we got another order. It's Papa John's Pizza. Let's see, how much was it that it paid? $8.50 to go 2.1 miles. Pretty close to a short run. That's like $4 a mile, so we're definitely taking that. Now the pickup time is, there's like 7 minutes. I'm right across the street when I got it. It says I got 7 minutes to get there. It says pick up by 12:54. It's 12:47. So I'm gonna head across the street, get the pizza bag, and see if we can get it ready a minute or two early. Hopefully it won't be late. Papa John's is kind of hit or miss with that. So let's see here. I just dropped off. Let me mark it as completed. It was $8.50. So $9.50. $9.50. So there was $1 extra on that order from Papa John's, going a short little 2-mile hike. Gotta love it when you can make $9.50 and just to drive like 2 miles down the road real quick, and then you're hop right back to town center and snag another one. So it's right at, it's 1:02 right now. The Papa John's order had a couple minutes of a wait, but not too bad. I think I was in the store for like 3 or 4 minutes, so not horrible. So back to town center we go. it is 1:09 p.m. Just got another order. I forgot to screenshot this one though. I was driving when I accepted it. $6.15 to go 1.8 miles, picking up at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. I just pulled in their parking lot. Gonna go inside and snag this order real quick. All right, no extra tip on that order, $6.15. But a quick little short trip. Stopped and took a bathroom break real quick, and back on the road. It is 1:21 p.m. so heading back to town center area, see what else we can get. It's been kind of steady today, not super busy, not slow, but kind of just steady. All right, so the tip earlier from the Uber Eats order that we did, that was $12.22. Looks like the total was a little bit higher. They left an additional tip, so it was $13.71. So it looks like it was about $1.49 more. So pretty good paying order, $13.71. We went a total of 7 miles, but like I said, a couple of that was driving back to town center. But decent order, not too shabby at all. Just got another offer. I had taken a break, went and got gas and stuff, and got the offer while I was in the gas station. So I didn't take a screenshot of this one either, but it was $6.15 to go 1.1 miles. It's picking up at Hot Wok, so a Chinese restaurant, and we're gonna take it. It's going to the neighborhood right behind the Hot Wok, and then right behind that shopping center. So it's an apartment complex, it looks like. So hopefully it won't be 4 flights of stairs, but if it is, it is. It is what it is. On our way to Hot Wok. Just now leaving Hot Wok, going to drop this off. It is an apartment complex. The notes say it is on the first floor, however. So it's gonna be a short little trip. It is only, let's see, 0.5 miles to the drop off. So yeah, it was super duper close. Onwards to the apartments we go. So that one is dropped off, $6.15. It is 2:13 p.m. We did take a break for about 25-30 minutes to get gas and stuff. So we've actually been dashing for right at 4 hours, maybe 4 hours, 5 minutes, something like that. We've made $83 and change total, like $83.70, I believe is the total we're at now. So a little over $20 an hour active dash time, which isn't horrible for a Monday. Let's say a holiday Monday. I was hoping it would be a little bit busier. Hasn't rained yet. It sprinkled for a couple seconds earlier, but I don't really consider that rain. It literally like 7 drops hit the windshield, and that was about it. So but yeah, a lot of people cooking out today, so probably not as many orders as another typical holiday like Mother's Day and stuff. But yeah, it's still steady. We're still doing okay. So it's, like I said, it's 2:13. We'll see what happens the rest of the afternoon and into the evening tonight. So after sitting for about 20-25 minutes, declining a bunch of really bad orders, I did just get one, Uber Eats, $10, exactly $10 to go 3.0 miles. Picking up at Panera. Now, typically, it does say including guaranteed tip. So $10 guaranteed. Now, typically, anytime I've seen orders from Uber Eats that come out at exactly $10, every single time there has been a hidden tip when it's exactly $10. I haven't taken a lot of those, but I've just noticed anytime it's exactly $10, it's normally a little bit higher. So it's picking up at Panera, so we shall see. So that order is delivered. It was one item from Panera. We'll see what happens with the tip. But it begs the question, $10, okay? It was one small cup of mac and cheese from Panera. How much is it worth to pay to get a cup of mac and cheese from Panera? I wonder how much that costs them, the customer, to get that. If it's $10 for what Uber is paying me, they're paying me $10. So how much did the customer pay to get one cup of mac and cheese? So kind of makes you wonder, like, that's an expensive cup of mac and cheese. After sitting and chilling for about 20-25 minutes, I got an order. It's a McDonald's order. We'll see how quick McDonald's is today. It could be hit or miss. But it's $6.75 to go 2.1 miles. So see what happens with Mickey D's. So I'm leaving the apartment complex now. I'm really surprised by this order. So it was offered at $6.75. I get there to deliver it, and I close out the ticket, and it says offer paid $17.25, which is, I'm surprised. It was a McDonald's order, and it was not a big order. It was a triple cheeseburger meal and a 10-piece chicken nugget. But the 10-piece chicken nugget said free next to it. So I guess they used their, app rewards or something, or somehow they got the chicken nuggets for free. But $17.25 to go that short of a distance for a small order. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty good. So we'll definitely take that. But all right, heading back to the town center area now. See if we can pick up another order. All right, we just got another order. It's a Papa John's pizza order. It looks like it's going to be ready in about 5 minutes, but it pays $10.01, 10:01, weird number, to go 3.0 miles. So I got a couple of drinks, a pizza, some wings. But all right, let's head over to Papa John's, see if we can't pick it up a minute or two early. All right, $10.01 was the final payment for that drop off. Not a bad little run for a couple miles. It was ready pretty quick. I only waited about 2 minutes for the order to be ready at Papa John's. So on to the next one. All right, got another order. Sat for, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes, something like that, when I got back from the previous order. Got an order picking up from Papa John's again. This one's $7.50, 2.2 miles. Nice, quick, short order. Says it'll be ready in about 5 minutes. So again, heading there now, gonna see if they have it ready a little bit early. So yeah, another Papa John's order. You can definitely tell it's 4:05 right now. You can definitely tell traffic has calmed down a lot. It got a little busy in the area where I'm at during lunch, maybe from like 12 to like 3 o'clock, but come like 3:30, traffic has calmed down a lot. You can definitely tell people are going home to spend the night. You know, Memorial Day weekend last night of the long weekend. People probably got to go to work tomorrow, so probably heading home early today. But I like it. I don't like traffic, so the less traffic the better. So makes it easy to get around and deliver. You ain't sitting stuck at red lights as long and dealing with all that. So anytime there's less traffic, it's always a good thing. No extra tip, but nice, short, sweet little order. Pretty quick. $7.50 added on to the daily total. Heading back the little 2 miles back to the town center area to see if we can grab another one. It is 4:21 p.m. so still early. All right, there's a first for everything. So that Uber order that I got earlier, that was $10 exactly, ended up being exactly $10. It was an $8 tip and then $2 for the order, so $10 total on that Uber order that we did earlier. So No bonus tip. All right, we got another order. Can y'all guess where it's from? Can y'all guess where we're picking up at? $10.05 to go 3.3 miles. That's right, Papa John's again. We're loading up on some pizza orders tonight, apparently. That's all right though. It's all right to do pizza delivery, right? For $10.05 to go 3 miles, we'll do that all day long. So we are looking at $10.05 for that drop off. Is what we got paid. I'm almost back to town center now. Had to take a quick phone call, but almost back to the town center. About to pull in the parking lot here and chill and wait and see what else we can get. Just got another order. $12 and change to go 5.3 miles. Going to pick up at Talkin' Tacos. Now they can have a long wait time sometimes, so I'm gonna hope that when we get there that their wait is not too long, but either way it's over $2 a mile. It's a little bit far, 5.3 miles, but for $12 and change we'll do it. Maybe have an added tip on it as well. So on to Talkin' Tacos. So there was no wait at Talkin' Tacos. They actually had the order ready when I walked in, which is really cool. They weren't that busy tonight. Didn't have very many cars in the parking lot, so they were slammed yesterday when I was outdoor dashing. So, but yeah, we got Talkin' Tacos order sitting in the front seat. That one looked like it was $12.03. Already hit on the app, the tip and everything on Uber Eats, so $12.03. Now we got to track back about 4.5 miles back towards where the restaurants are. But a decent little order, pretty quick, didn't take too long for the distance. So yeah, it's 5:20 now in the evening, so still gonna plan on staying out for a few more hours and see what we end up with total for the day. It's not been extremely busy, but it hasn't been extremely slow. All right, we got another order. $6.65 to go like 2.6 miles. It's picking up at It's Just Wings, which is, It's Just Wings is inside of Chili's. So kind of funny, you can't go in Chili's and order the wings, but Chili's has does it part of their to-go service. But called It's Just Wings. So yeah, $6.65, like 2.6 miles, should be a pretty quick order. We'll see if it's ready when we get there. All right, so while I was inside Chili's waiting on this It's Just Wings order, I was standing there. I was in there probably 7 or 8 minutes waiting. And while I was in there, they offered me another order. It was an additional $6.15 for an additional 0.0 feet. So I'm assuming it's going to the same apartment complex, but I mean, that's a no-brainer. I'm there anyway. And when I clicked on it, they had the second order ready already. That order was ready before the first order I got. So I went ahead and snagged it, an additional $6.15 going pretty much same apartment complex and everything. So on our way to the drop-off. All right, so got both of those delivered. It was actually, both of them were dropping off not only the same apartment complex, the same building. So I didn't even have to move cars. They were on opposite sides of the building, but still. So I know the second order paid $8.15. It had an added tip. It didn't show me what the first one paid. I don't know if it paid any extra or not. After I get a chance to stop and add everything up from what my total is and look at it, I'll be able to tell more. But I'm just gonna assume that it paid the normal payout as for right now, and the second one paid $2 extra instead of the $6.15. While I'm driving back to town center, I just got another order. Now the order was $10.50. It's Papa John's. I was driving, so I wasn't able to screenshot this order, but it's $10.50. It said 4.7 miles. when I hit the navigation, I'm 1.2 miles away from town center. I was on my way back, so really the drop-off's only 3.5 miles from Papa John's, so not too bad. So on our way back to Papa John's to pick up again. Papa John's has been pretty busy for us tonight. That order is done for Papa John's, $10.50. Pretty quick. Only had to wait about 3 or 4 minutes inside the store. Drop off was hand to customer, went pretty easy. You had the door open before I even got there, so pretty quick order for $10.50. So it is 6:20 in the evening, heading back towards town center. Just got another order for $7.80, 2.8 miles, going to Firehouse Subs. So it does look kind of busy over here, so come in here, we'll see if they got it ready for us yet. Alright, so that one was in fact $7.80. No additional tip, but nice and quick order. Got it done pretty quick. Only had to wait for like 2 or 3 minutes at the pickup. Drop off was leave it at the door, so really quick order. It's now 6:40 p.m. We've been out for like 9 hours. We made over $180 total so far, so we're averaging over 20 an hour, which is a good thing, and seems to be still pretty busy, so probably gonna still try to stay out for a couple more hours. All right, so it is 6:43. We just got another order, $8.40 to go 3.4 miles, picking up at Talkin' Tacos. So yeah, let's go ahead to Talkin' Tacos. Says it's supposed to be ready in 5 minutes, so let's head over there and see if we got our food ready yet. $10.15 for that Talkin' Tacos order. Just dropped off. Not too bad. Another short little run, another $10. It's 6:56 p.m. So yep, on to the next one. Alright, y'all, I just accepted another order. Been sitting for a little bit. I rejected probably, I don't know, 9 or 10 really low paying long mileage orders. So this one is a little over $8 and change to go 5.1 miles, picking up at Chili's. As soon as I accepted the order, I got a notification that said the order was ready for pickup, so I was about a block away. So I'm heading to Chili's now, gonna pick up and be on our way to deliver this order. Alright, y'all, dropped that Chili's order off, $8.15. So our daily total is $200.02. That's all our Uber Eats and DoorDash orders, extra tips and all that we earned today. We've been out for, after we took our break earlier, 9.5 hours. So our hourly average is $21.05 per hour. Not horrible for a Monday. Being a holiday, it was definitely a little bit busier than a normal Monday, I would say. So we are gonna go ahead and call it a day. It's like 7:33 p.m. Gonna go ahead and call it a night. We made $200 today, which is pretty good. If y'all have any questions about doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, about the process, or any questions about the vlog in general, throw them down in the chat. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We're gonna be setting up and doing vlogs numerous times a week. I'll probably set 3 to 5 a week. You know, different challenges, stuff like that. So definitely subscribe, turn notifications on, hit the like button. Definitely hit the like button. All right, y'all, thanks again so much for watching, and we will see you in a couple days on the next vlog.